YouTube family, welcome back to another live stream. In this one, I'm going to answer a question that a fellow YouTuber and a fam to the channel, yo, asked me. His name is The New Guy, and he asked me, yo, in the comment section, brother, how did you, Pastor Lee, get your traumatic brain injury? Alright, brother, I just want to say, you didn't have to say sorry for asking me that, man. That's why I have this channel. I want to help people. I want people to ask me these questions, yo, and I have that for that purpose. That's why I have the comment section open. So, brother, let me take some of this medicine. Shout out to you for asking that question. We're gonna get it right into it in this video, but I'm gonna take some rosin right quick. We got a little bit of rosin right here, y'all, that we're gonna get into. Yeah, we're gonna get some of that in my brain noise right quick. We're gonna get it all up in my head to make me feel good, because I have a little I get a little PTSD, you know, from I have PTSD from this, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I get a little emotional about this whole joint, yo. So anyway, let's get some of this medicine in, get this gaming on the way. All right, so where this took place at, first off, was in Kentucky. All right, first off, that's where this took place at, in Paducah, Kentucky, yo. And here's what happened, peeps. So in the county jail, you know, in this county jail in particular, you have the whole, you have general population, you have the area where the weekenders come in. Like, you have people who come in on the weekend from like Friday to Sunday, and they just do their time like that instead of just being locked up, you know, straight through. You feel me? It's called weekenders. And then you have suicide cells, and then you have single cells where they put people who, you know, are a threat to themselves, or just are a threat to others, or just can't get along in general population. So they put them in a single cell because they have so many issues, whether it's mental issues, you know, hearing voices and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They throw them in single cells like that to keep a better watch on them, because they're closer up to the front of booking. You know, booking is where they book you into the jail and whatnot. Cheers, y'all. Let's get some of this medicine in. All right, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this. Y'all can see how that looks right there, y'all. That's some good stuff right there, peeps. That's some good stuff right there. Y'all see that? That's some good rosin right there. We're gonna get this up in my brain. So what happened was, I've been bucking on the guards a lot, yo, in the county jail. All right, they kept flipping on my medication and stuff like that. All right, so I kept getting in trouble. I kept having problems with the guards, yo. I kept getting in trouble with the guards. I was one of those inmates that kept cussing out the guards and kept having problems throwing stuff at the guards, flooding my cell. What it means to flood your cell is when you put stuff inside your toilet and you keep pushing the button that makes it flush until the water comes up and floods your whole cell, and it goes down the hallway and it trickles down everywhere, all the tears and everything. Then they got to come in and try to clean it up. And they got to pull you out your cell, and then they try to pull you out your cell, you buck on them. When it means to buck, it means to take the shield. What it means to take the shield is when you have them come in and they suit up, and all the guards got to come in your cell and distract you. That's what it means to take the shield up in prison or in jail. Yo, you taking that shield, dog? Anyway, let's get this medicine in. We're going to talk about this, y'all. Cheers. All right. What's up, Bug King? Hold up, brother. Nah, I've been trying to get it, man, but I just don't know how to do it, yo. I tried to download Google Hangouts, brother, but I'll figure it out one of these days. So here's what happened. I got sent to the hole. I got sent to the hole, segregation, whatever you want to call it, in jail. They have a place in jail that's called the hole segregation, where they send the unruly inmates, or inmates that are severely disruptive to the general population. You know, that type of stuff like that. They send you to the hole segregation, whatever you want to call it, man. You're locked down, dog. You're on lockdown. All right. So I got to the hole, right? Well, I kept getting in trouble back there because I didn't want to go back to my cell. I was unruly as frick. Like please understand this when I'm saying this, y'all. I'm not bragging about what I was doing in prison. I'm not bragging about what I was doing in jail. I'm just letting you know that these are the things that I've done, you know, and I know better now at 35 years old. I am a prodigal son. I came back to God. I was a Satanist. I was a Wiccan. I was an Odinist. I was into all these religions, man. I went to atheism and agnostic, but now I know that I know more. I'm truth. I'm a truther. Anyway, let's get back into this. Hold on, let me make sure this is clear before I breach. All right, we got one guy over there. Anyway, so here's what happened. All right, I kept getting into so much trouble back in segregation that when I kept I'm a cutter. I'm a cutter when it comes by my medication and by my illnesses. Let me get this light right, yo. That lighting. Hold up. There we go. All right, peeps. There we go. All right, so being I'm a cutter and stuff like that, when it came to my medication, they kept flipping me on these different medications, so it exacerbated my mental illnesses. So I started cutting myself. I found a way to cut myself with a razor, and they put me on suicide watch up near the front because I just kept bucking. I kept flooding my cells. I kept acting up. I kept making them come in there and have to get me and stuff like that. So they eventually moved me up towards the front, all right, in a single cell, so they could keep a better eye on me. All right, keep a better eye on me because they had put me on suicide watch a couple of times, yo, because I tried to kill myself because of the medication I was on. Just kept messing with my mind, you know what I mean? If you don't believe me on that, please do your research on that, yo. Medications do mess with your mind, all right, especially when they're flipping you on all these medicines up in jail and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So anyway, yo, this is what happened, peeps. They put me up in this single cell up front. Now, the single cell that they had me by was up by where the weekenders come in. All right, the weekenders come in. It's where the people who do their sentences on the weekend. They come in on Friday and they leave on Sunday, and that's how they do their time. Yo, come on, man. I need to reload. Hold up. I got one more flash left. Yo, how am I not getting him? I done hit him like 20 times, yo. Come on, bro. Yo, y'all saw that jump. I put it all into him, dude. I died on that one. See, I done lost my audience, man. Anyway, brothers, so this is what happened, all right? They put me up front, and I was singing every night, yo. That's one of the things that I like to do. This is my story. I'm gonna tell it how it is, man. So every night, yo, I do karaoke. I'd like the perfect song that I uploaded earlier in one of my smoke videos for music therapy. You know what I mean? What's up, Hazel Smurf? What you doing, brother? Bug King, I'm gonna try to get that in, man. I'd like to do Hangout Live, brother. For real, Bug King. I'm really trying to get into that, brother. It'd be nice to tell, you know, some stuff. I'm gonna try to figure it out. All right, we will. All right, we're gonna do the Terrorist Hunt Classic again. So here's what happened, man. They inside of my cell, brothers, they had speakers on the lights, so they could call the inmates, you know, to let them know you got a visit, let you know to come up for this and that. You know, they were able to call the inmates in their cell and let them know what was going on, you know, blase, time to go to court, get your stuff together, whatever. You know, they were able to do it through a speaker system. Well, one of the guards who had a thing against me, one day he came in. Listen, I want to say this. You have a lot of guards and a lot of cops that like to take their issues from home to work. You know what I mean? And they come and take it out on the inmates, and they beat the inmates because they had a bad day at work, at home, I mean. So they bring it to work because their old lady didn't give them some booty or something. You know what I mean? Or some shit happened, they come and bring it to work. Or they come and take their shit to work because they got picked on when they were in school. So they come and bring their junk because they want to be a guard, so they won't get picked on because they're a guard, they're a cop. So they won't get picked on because they got a badge. And they bring that junk to work and they bully on inmates, man. That happens. So me with my mental illness and my anti-authority issues for being raised up in group homes and stuff like that, bruh, I daggone would buck on the guards. I mean, I regret a lot of my behavior now, dude. I really do. But that's what I do in my 20s and my youth. I buck against the guards. So one of the times, yo, I ripped the light. I ripped the light off the wall, which is the main thing that got me moved up front. That's what got me moved up front. Was that I ripped the light off my wall on the medication. I just flipped out and ripped the light off my wall because one of the guards just kept messing with me. He was daggone coming on and he was like messing with my light, and he daggone mess with my daggone speaker and everything, yo. So I just ripped it off the wall, and I got a charge for that. I got another charge when I was in jail in Paducah, I got a criminal mischief charge, dog. And I'll show y'all that junk. When I get to 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna show y'all all my charges, every single one of them. But I got a criminal mischief charge for ripping the light off my wall, on top of the other 3 felonies that I already had, dog. All right. So anyway, I was bucking. I didn't give a crap. I was 22, 23 years old, man. I didn't give a crap. I was like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. I've been in group homes. I've been in foster care. I've been in mental institutions my whole life. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stay in prison. I'm going to buck on these guards. I'm going to hurt somebody, and I'm going to get life sentence, and I'm going to keep trumping up my charges. And that's where my mind was. I was crazy back then, dude, in my youth. But anyway, getting back to the story. Hold up, no. Let me take some medicine right quick. Let me take some medicine and get my mind centered right quick. Let's take a bong hit. All right. Cheers to everyone that's coming around, y'all. For real, for real. I just want to get some medicine and I want to talk about this. So this is what happened, y'all. Like saying before, I like to do karaoke. I know people like to get straight to the point. Okay, I'm trying to get straight to the point. Hold up. Cheers, y'all. Oh man, that match went out on me, dog. Come on, bro, get back in there, cuz. Alright, went out on me, dude. Why you keep going out on me, dude? Hey, so I'm gonna still talk while I'm doing this, man. Do 2 things at once. So here's what happened, y'all. I'm daggone in my cell on my stomach. Alright, we're 11 minutes. Alright, I'm in my cell on my stomach, y'all. And I'm singing under the door. Alright? And Officer Beach, I'm just going to call him Officer Beach. I'm not going to say his whole name. But Officer Beach came by and he kicked my cell door where my face was right there because I was singing under the crack in my door. Alright? The lieutenant came by, the sergeant on the floor came by. Everybody came by and never said anything to me. Even Officer Skip, we're going to call him Officer Skip, came by and said nothing to me about singing under the floor, dog. I mean, under the door. I wasn't bothering anybody that night, y'all. The trustees were out cleaning the floor. They were already done with everything that they were doing. It was like 10 o'clock at night, 9, 10 o'clock at night when this happened, bruh. Okay? So we was winding down for the night, and people like to hear me sing. You had a whole bunch of mentally ill patients that were up there with me that liked to hear me sing because it calmed them down. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have radios up there. So I was singing all these really cool songs that people liked, yo, and it would keep them entertained, yo, for real. So he kicked my head and told me to shut up singing. And I was like, man, won't you come up in here and make me shut up singing then? And he was like, all right, I'm getting ready to do that. So he went up to the front, yo, and got the rest of his compadres, because they got to suit up together, you know what I'm saying? If he goes up there and tells them that he wants to go in the cell and get me, well, they're all gonna come in there and get me, no matter how cool they thought how cool I thought they were by letting me sing. So they came up, and that's what happened, yo. I was laying on my floor, and they popped my cell door. I heard them. They was like, inmate. They called my name. They said, inmate, blase, blase. You need to kick your hands. You need to. It's called kicking out, but you need to put your hands out to be handcuffed. So there's like a trap in your. There's a little slot in your door where you get your food and your mail and all that, and your books and whatnot, and that's where you cuff up. All right, to put cuffs on, they cuff you up. So they told me to cuff up because they were gonna go put me in the chair. It's a restraint chair that they'll put you in if you're acting up and kicking the door, making too much noise in the jail. They'll put you in a restraint chair. So they had beanbag guns on, they had beanbag guns like a shotgun. They had a beanbag gun. They had motherfucking paintball guns up in there that has mace in it, like some powder mace. So when it hits you, it explodes, and mace will mace you, dog. They have canisters of mace that when it comes out, yo, it comes out in a foam and it envelop you, man. So here's what happened. As soon as they popped my daggone cell, yo, they daggone came in, and I was laying on my stomach singing, okay? So get your mind, I'm laying on my stomach singing under the door, all right? To everybody. I'm singing to the girls that are down the hall that come in on the weekends. It's like a 7-man cell where they have the girls that come in on the weekends from Friday to Sunday, and they were up there in the front. And general population was more towards the back of the prison. I was up towards the front where the guards were at. It was like a hallway, all right? So when they came in my cell, I was already laying on my stomach singing. All right, and I turned over on my back. As soon as they came up, I was still laying down now on my stomach, on my body. I was laying down like prone on the ground. As soon as they popped up, they came in there like 6 deep on me, y'all. And as soon as I turned over, yo, I got to get this in the corner. I knew he was over there. I heard him. As soon as they popped my cell, yo, I turned over, and Officer Beach, yo, took his mag light. They had huge mag lights up in the prison. I can't show you how big they were, but they were about this long, dog. I was laying down. He took his mag light. He stepped over my body, yo, like prone to me, like stepped over me. One leg here and one leg here. He stepped over me and took the full force of his mag light. All right, this guard took the full force of his mag light as they came in and did a cell extraction on me to take me to a 4-point restrained chair just because I was singing, and hit me full on as hard as he could in my forehead with his mag light and knocked me out, dude. And I have a brain injury from that, dude. I have a dent in my forehead. They took me up. They brought me to and took me up to the nurse's station. All right, my whole face was busted up. They beat the shit out of me in that cell. I had 5 guards beat the shit out of me. I'm mentally ill, dog. Are you kidding me? And that happens all the time. It happens in Rikers Island, yo. It happens in all kinds of jails across the world, dog. Where you got guards going up in there just beating into mentally ill inmates and stuff like that, yo. You have it in hospitals. You have it in hospitals where they're daggone beating inmates. I knifed them, dog. You saw that. So they drugged me up to the front, yo, got me up into the nurse's station. They never took me to the doctor's office. And then they wiped the blood off my face. I couldn't see. My whole face was swollen up. I couldn't even see out my eye, yo. My eye, this one right here, I couldn't even see out of it. It was all busted up. When you'll see it, I'll let you, when we do a meetup, if we ever do a meetup, which I want to, you can feel it. You can feel the indentation in my forehead where the mag light hit me, dog, right there. Like, yeah, man, that's what happened, bro. For real, man. I took that chunk, and they locked me down in the chair, man, and I went on and did my sentence, bro. I went on and did my sentence, and I went to jail a couple more times after that. I got in a lot more trouble after that because of my brain injury. So I started wrecking my life. I started running through relationships more. I kept getting into more trouble. I kept going in and out of rehab, dog. I kept going in and out of homeless shelters. I kept going in and out of homelessness. I mean, I have a hard time keeping a job. I have cognitive issues now. I mean, I have all kinds of problems because of this brain injury, man. I have emotional issues. My emotions are wrecked because I was already mentally ill before my brain injury. So I have to go to therapy. I have to be on medication. It's crazy, yo. There hasn't been, like, in my life 1 year that I haven't been put in the hospital for my mental illnesses and for my brain injury, where I've tried to kill myself, where I've cut myself, or where I've gotten homicidal and wanted to go out and kill. I hate to say it, but my doctors know this. Why I get homicidal, like, because of brutality against mentally ill patients. And I've been in the hospital for it. I got the paperwork for it. Where I threatened to go out and kill the police, dude. I sure did. I threatened. Hey, I ain't saying I do that shit. I'm just saying, yo, that's part of my. It's all part of my fucking shit, yo. I'm diagnosed as being mentally ill. I am mentally ill, man, because of the PTSD of being abused. It's bad cops, man. These crooked cops out here that get away with it and want to use their badges, dog. I want to go out there and beat the shit out of somebody. I ain't talking about going out there and just shooting nobody. I'm talking about going out there and giving them what they deserve, man. Giving it back to them. But I ain't with that, yo. It's just justice will be served, man. People get what they deserve, dog. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be the one to do it. I'm just gonna preach, and that's where I'm at today. And I know that other stuff is my mental illness, and that other stuff is my brain injury, and that's my PTSD. It gets me talking like that, which is why I have a psychotherapist, and that's why I have a psychiatrist, and that's why I'm on medication. You know what I mean? I have a brain injury waiver, dog, because of my brain injury, because I have a hard time working, dog. I have a hard time working because of all the medication, or going to hospitals and having to go to doctors and all this stuff. No employers are going to keep you if you always have to go to therapy, dog. No employers are going to keep you if you always have to go to your doctors. You know what I'm saying? For medication evaluations and all this stuff. Nobody wants to keep you on the job. Do you feel me, Hazard Smurf? I don't like bad cops either. I don't like bad people. I don't like bad people. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I'll leave it to be for somebody else, man. Only thing I want to do is just educate people, yo, and tell people about the truth and talk about my life and my testimony and what happened in my life, yo. You know what I mean? That's all I can do is talk about what happened in my life, dog. You feel me? And talk about my testimony and how God has changed my life. You know, I should still be in prison right now. Like, for real. I should still be in prison right now, but I got a lot of my shit ran together. It's called concurrent instead of consecutive. I got a lot of my charges ran concurrent, which means I had a whole bunch of charges and they got all ran together, and I was able to do all them charges in one lump sum. You know what I mean? But had I got my charges ran concurrent, I would have had to do each one of those sentences. I'd still be in prison right now, dude, doing time right now. And I should be in Tennessee doing the charges for the car that I stole that got me locked up in Kentucky, where I got my brain injury. I met a Hooters girl and stole her car in Tennessee and ended up getting caught with it in Paducah, Kentucky at a strip bar, dog. Man, hey, I'm telling you, I got some crazy stories of some stupid stuff that I done to girls in my life, y'all. I ran through some good women in my life, and I've hurt some good women in my life. I've hurt some good friends in my life. I've shitted on some good friends in my life, dude. Like, for real. And y'all wanna, hey, need to run, Customs. Hey, later, bro. Hey, shout out to you, everyone that came around and kicked it with me, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. For real. I'm gonna come back in for another live stream on this one. So that's the story about how I got my brain injury, man. I have a lot of stories, y'all, of some stupid stuff that I did in my testimony. But I want to talk about these things because I want it to be a revelation to someone else that you don't need to go through that life, yo. That you need to see that there's nothing gonna turn out good from that. You might learn from your mistakes, but you know, nothing's gonna turn good, you know, out of good for, you know, being homeless and running through the streets and all. I mean, some people do strike it rich being homeless. I can't say that. There have been some people that have made it rich being homeless, you know. But I've been homeless many times, yo. And if y'all want to hear about those stories, make sure you get down in the comment section, yo. I've been homeless from Texas all the way to Kentucky, from freaking North Carolina to Tennessee. I mean, Nashville. I mean, I've done some crazy jobs. I mean, I've done a lot of wild things in my life, yo. I've done the modeling gig junk too, man. But all right, y'all. So we're gonna get on up out of here. One love, everybody that came around and kicked it with me. For real. We're just gonna jump back into another live stream. I promise you. But I just wanted to end on this topic right here. All right, y'all. So y'all have a good one, yo. For real. That's how I got my brain injury right there, man. I had a psychotic episode of myself, and I was singing, and the daggone guard just had a bad day on me, yo, and just felt like he needed to hit me in the head and take it out on me, man. And I don't like that, yo. You got guards that do that, John, to come and take it out on inmates, man. They beat them and stuff like that, yo. You have it all the time when they take it out. And you got guards and cops out there that are so trigger happy, man. They just shoot people, yo, just like that. Man, when they have so many people out there that can, you know, take the situation in a whole nother way. You know, you coming after somebody with a knife and you got to shoot and kill him. You can't freaking detain him and take that knife away from him. You got experts out here in martial arts that can do that stuff. You need to train these cops a little bit better. They need some better training and freaking destabilizing situations, man. For real, y'all. But we're going to get more into that later on, all right? All right, y'all. For real, I'm out of here. I got to go. I want to end this on this, and all right, we're going to get back in for another one. Y'all have a good one, yo. Thanks for coming around and kicking it with me. Yeah.